When the barbarians showed up in America, Columbus said it himself. He thought he was in India. Why did Columbus think he was in India? Because we was practicing the law of karma and free will. Check this out. This is in the Grand Canyon. You know why they don't want us exploring the Grand Canyon? Because guess what? You got Asia in America. Yeah, you got Southeast Asia in America, people. All throughout the Grand Canyon, you got black Buddhists. You got black Olmec statue, the Asiatic black man meditating. He ain't on his knees. He ain't on his knees praying to no spook god. Look at the black Buddha. He's right there in the Grand Canyon. And they ain't teaching this in the history book. People, if I showed you this, you would think it's somewhere in Asia. Boy, this is in the Grand Canyon. America used to be the Eastern world. Let me say that again. Columbus thought he was in the Eastern world. He thought he was in India. Did he not have a compass, my nigga? How the f do you have a compass and think you in India? It's because people, we're not identifying these lands by geographic location. Columbus wasn't lost. He had a freaking compass. These pirates are able to navigate the sea very well. They don't get lost quickly. Columbus was confused. He wasn't lost because these people were exploring the world. They was in the age of exploration. You got to understand something. These people were discoverers. But guess what? We had already discovered everything, which makes me wonder where the hell did they come from? Because they was going around saying, whoa, we never saw this before. But everybody else would have been on the earth for so long. We had civilizations that was interconnected. Look at this. Everybody else on the world knew about everybody else, but these barbarians. These barbarians was showing up to places in awe, like, whoa, look at this place. Everyone else was showing up like, yeah, we've been here before, man. The world was new to these people. They were still in the age of exploration when we had buildings all over the place. Let that sink in a minute. That the people who calling themselves conquistadors, they were exploring and discovering the world as they was taking it over. This shit was new to them. The places they was taking over, they had to settle there for generations in order to infiltrate it. They didn't get off their boats killing shit. They got off learning, assimilating themselves into our societies because we didn't have a system to where we got to give you a damn social security number, a birth certificate, an ID card. No, it was a sovereign world. It was a free world. You can go anywhere and just be a part of that land. You didn't have a damn social security card or a driver license. People can just go anywhere and they didn't need an ID or a passport. It was a free world. So these barbarians took advantage of that. All of these places ended up becoming land grabs and basically empires of the barbarians, when all of these places used to just be free sovereign places. No one owned it. Well, Sanchez, didn't somebody rich build that building? I'm pretty sure some rich man built that building. Nope. Everything you see here was built by advanced civilizations, and there wasn't no contracts involved. It wasn't no corporations involved. It was just sovereign citizens working together with advanced geometry and architecture that we don't even have today. We can't rebuild none of this stuff. The world before the barbarian was an interconnected utopia. There was no different languages. Everybody was on one accord, one frequency, one system, and everybody architecture looked the same. Everybody was doing the same thing. They was meditating and building beautiful stone structures like what you see here. Everywhere you went, you saw meditating Buddhists. You didn't see people praying on their knees. This is what you get. You get people sitting Indian style. And that's why Columbus thought he was in India, because there's a very unique feature about Indians. Indians are known for sitting Indian style. Facts. But did you know that the word Indian ain't got nothing to do with the country called India? The word India goes to the word Hindu. Yep. The original spiritual system of the black man was Hinduism. Oh yeah, that's the oldest religion in the world. But it's not a religion, it's a spiritual system. Ain't that crazy that the least popular religion in America was the original spiritual system of the land? Look at how far we've gone. If I would have told the black man that he was a Buddhist before he was a Christian, he would not believe me. Yes, Buddhism, Islam, Jainism, or what we call Hinduism was self-law. It was about mastering oneself. So the word Hindu, remember, the H is silent. The H is silent. Look, this how we get the word India. It comes from the word Indus. Are you familiar with the Indus Valley civilizations? The Indus Valley civilization is where Hinduism, well, I can't say where it come from. It's where they want to say it come from, but it was a universal system. So it didn't come from no particular place, but that's where they want everything to come from somewhere today because they don't want us to know that the world was united. Everybody was just on the same frequency. So the word Hindu or India. Now look, they used to call us the Hindus, but the H is silent. So because the H is silent, the word in Hindus become Indus. And the word Indus over time become the Indians, the Indians. But here's the thing. When you say the Hindus or the Indies or the Indians, you are saying the Indies, self-law, the independent people. They don't need a government. I'm not making this up, people. The word Indus or Hindu is the word Indi. That's how you get Indian. An indie artist is an independent artist that don't have a master. Do you hear me? If you are a indie or a Hindu or a Indian, it means you are master over yourself. You're independent. They was calling us by our activity. The word Indian means that you are literally a sovereign being that lives in a sovereign setting and you are a master over yourself. It means you have free will and you practice the Hindu system, the Hindu system. And if you practice that system, you are not under a fiat government. You are not a slave. We lost our sovereignty when we stopped being indies, independent ones, free will, sovereign people. The word Hindu is how you get the word Indus, which is the word Indian and Indi. And the word is literally telling the world who we are as independent, self-governing beings. This is really related to the word sovereignty, which means independent. The people without masters, because they are the master over themselves, or what you call Islam. So our sovereignty was tied into our spiritual system, and it was based upon free will. I just showed you now why there's a contradiction between free will and God's will. That's because when the barbarian showed up to our land, in order for him to assume authority over us, he had to revise our free will system. And the revision of the free will system is the God's will system, or what you call modern religion.